and we're calling this meeting to order. Please join me, stand up, say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge of Allegiance.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Kaylin, will you please take roll call?
Yep. Commissioner LaFave,
Here.
Commissioner Lorraine,
Here.
Chair Kenny,
Present.
Commissioner Trucks, Vice Chair Quinn,
Here.
and Commissioner Krischkowitz.
Yes, here.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome Chad LaFave. He's our new commissioner, and today is his first meeting. At this time, the Historic District Commission can take action to approve the May 28th agenda. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Support?
Yes.
So it was moved by Angie and supported by Chad. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. At this time, the chair will ask if there are any members with a conflict of interest on the approved agenda. Any conflicts to report? At this time, the Historic District Commission can take action to approve the February 26th meeting minutes. Do I have a motion? Scott Lorraine made a motion to approve.
Second. Support.
Angie Quinn supported. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you. And now we're to new business. We have 350 River Street on the agenda.
Yeah.
Hi.
Come on up. Yeah.
Okay. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Oscar. We're opening the Mexican restaurant on 350 River Street. I would like to change the colors of the front building
Thank you.
because it's
We're all happy about that.
You're doing really well so far.
yeah, we're using these colors.
If you'll pass these on.
Okay. I'm taking the glass.
Let's see.
Oh, can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Which is the trim and which is the base?
The trim is gonna be the dark one, the brown.
Do you have a contractor painting it?
We have several restaurants around Michigan,
Uh-huh.
so I'm in charge of the remodelation of the restaurant. So I'm gonna bring my crew and we do ourselves.
Okay.
Now, what is the name of your other restaurants that you
We
have?
have Traverse City. We have three. Tacos and Tequila downtown. We have Frida's at the mall. We have Margaritas. We have a Patron in Gaylord. Mi Mezcalito in Grayling. Mi Mezcal in Cadillac. Mi Tequila in Petoskey.
Okay.
And we're opening a few more in Charlie Boyd's, Kalkaska.
Nice. Good. Exciting.
Yeah, thank you.
Will you need to primer the paint first?
I was thinking about to do that in one day, so probably I normally get the paint from Sherwin-Williams, and they sell the paint with primer included. So it's what I'm gonna use to make it quicker and good quality product.
So a tinted primer, basically.
Same time.
So the one thing that was done last time, it was by the, can I talk or no?
Yes, you may. Absolutely.
You know, it was completed by the past owners, and it was just a really poor job. I mean, the painting job. How do we reassure that it gets done properly?
I'm not sure that we have any authority
Control over that?
Part of our, yeah, that's
It's just
part
the
of our.
colors.
Yes, right.
We approved the colors.
Yes.
I didn't.
I did. They're perfect.
Regarding the quality of the job,
the colors?
Oh, no, I think that.
Regarding
They're
the,
different than the existing colors.
the application?
No.
Chad?
No, I'm good.
You're good?
Yep.
So I just want to make an observation that in the 1890s, oftentimes the darker color was the base color, the body color, and the lighter color was the trim color. What you're doing is just fine, but you know, it's just a point to be made.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Mm.
That's why I asked about which one was which. So, yeah, it's all
okay.
good. Yeah.
My building in 1890 was solid black, with just gold.
Mhm. Yeah, oftentimes the darker color was the body color, so.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you would like to add?
No, I'm pretty much it.
We have a application for a certificate of appropriateness for the paint colors at 350 River Street. Is there a motion to accept?
So moved.
Angie made a motion to accept. Do we have a second?
I guess approved.
No, second.
Chad made a motion, or supported the motion. Any more discussion?
So I'm just looking at the picture of it. So where all the blue is going to be the cream, and where the cream is will be the dark brown.
Let me check the picture.
Okay.
All the blue,
Blue,
the blue will be the cream.
cream.
And the white one will be brown.
Okay,
Let me look better.
that's what I
no?
thought. Yep. Okay. You see that?
Haley?
So the blue will be the cream. The cream will be
the brown.
Be the brown.
Okay.
Color. We have a motion on the floor. Any more discussion? Caitlin, will you please take a roll call vote?
Yep. Commissioner LaFave,
Yes.
Commissioner Lorraine,
Yes.
Commissioner Kriskowitz,
Yes.
Commissioner Trucks,
Yes.
Vice Chair Quinn,
Yes.
Chair Kenny.
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Look forward to seeing the improvements.
Yes, thank you.
Yep. Next, under new business, is 141 Washington Street, the Hotel Northern.
Yes.
And they've renewed their certificate of appropriateness, and I believe they would like to make a comment to us via digital.
Yes, so could you guys hear that? Is there any comments or anything? We did renew your certificate of appropriateness. I apologize, we're on my cell phone. I'm doing this and just holding it so you can see everybody. Up here in council chambers, we couldn't get the Teams meeting and everything logged on. So we did renew the certificate of appropriateness, but didn't know if you wanted to add something or just give us an update, we'd appreciate it.
Kevin, you're muted. Thank you, Brian. Good evening, everybody. I was messing around with my AirPods, so I only caught half of that question Teresa. So I don't know that I quite understood what you were saying. Would you mind?
Sure, let me switch this around. Sure, so it was on the agenda for you because I did renew the certificate of appropriateness, but we do have some new members here on our HDC meeting. And with the new members, they might not be aware of what has been going on. We did go ahead and renew it. We know projects take a while. So we just wanted to kind of just give them an update, just hear from you, what's going on, what's going to happen in the future. And that's it, just to kind of hear from you if that's all right.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, great.
Thank you very much. So the Old Golden Hotel Building, 141 Washington. Thank you all for letting us join virtually, by the way. It's super helpful. But that building, we're extremely excited to say that we're getting so close. Ryan's here to tell you. I'm gonna bring him in a second to just talk more about schedule, but complete full interior and exterior renovation plan for that building to make the look and the feel back
We're excited to have you get moving. Thank you for investing in our community
Of course, yeah.
and preserving a historic building.
So,
Just saying, I'm Ryan Kincaid with UK Building Group. We're going to be conducting the construction activities out there, and there's a lot of activities that are going to be being conducted. We have all of our drawings and design documents into the city there. Plan review is underway, which is great. So we're excited to kind of get comments back and discuss if there's any nuances with that. We'll also probably do a sit-down meeting to just talk about construction activities. There's also a road improvement that's happening on Washington, so we'll be coordinating with that. We're looking at starting in June, which is right around the corner. Next week is actually the
Wow.
first. So we're going to be probably starting, I'd say, second or third week of June with our kickoff, and we're going to be getting right into heavy demolition activities, clean out, demolition. We've got some abatement, and then we'll be moving right into our exterior and our masonry reconditioning, our roof and facade work. We'll also be conducting some site work. We're going to try to get the big part of our activities that are weather dependent. We're going to try to really push hard to get those done this season. So come October, and we don't want to talk about that right now anyways, because that's something we didn't want to talk about. But by then, we're hoping to have the building buttoned up. So you'll be looking at something beautiful, at least by then, and then we can go back to the inside and be working in there throughout the duration of the year and into next year. We're hoping to be complete. Our timeline is that we're going to be completed probably by fall, like late fall of next year is our goal, is to be done. And then open the building and gain occupancy, and hopefully you'll see cars in the parking lot and a full building with beautiful finishes. So we're really excited about it. It's taken a lot of work to get to this point. Thank you guys for being patient with us and extending our application and our permit for that.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Does anybody else have any comments? Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
time and explaining your project to us. We're looking forward to it also. Very good.
Is there anything else you need from us?
No, that is it. We appreciate it. And again, I apologize for having to put you on my work cell phone because of, technical difficulties. So hopefully didn't make you sick walking all around. So appreciate it very much.
Well, thank you.
Yes, you too.
Hope to see you guys out there. You'll see some work out there soon.
Yes. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Great. Thank you for that.
Thanks, Teresa.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to old business, we have 390 River Street, also known as the River Street Marketplace.
Thank you. I'm Robert Grass. I own the building. I've got some pictures here for you. Oh, sure. Oh, these are better than mine. I created these with my extremely high-level photography and digital media manipulation skills, which are almost on par with my gardening skills. Absolutely. Want to?
Here, I got an extra copy here too.
Oh.
Okay, I'll give her one.
So I'm here because the last time I was here, I needed to get approval for the awning and for a patio and a access stairway on the back of the building because it was drawn in the submitted plans, and because it was on the exterior, it needed to be approved by this committee. My memory's a little unclear as to what happened, but I thought, we got the building permit, but I never either didn't follow through or didn't pay the money or whatever for the awning. So Teresa thought it'd be a good idea if I came back and talked about that. So if you go to the second page, the one that looks like the building has been bombed out, that is the exterior of our building as it has been for a while since we removed the I-beam. The construction is really interesting. It's way different than we thought it was. When we moved, well, it's a long story, but we got access to the heating and ventilation system in one of the front stores, and the entire length of the building has a 4-foot by 4-foot concrete tube running in it. And it's just smooth as silk, like it was just, I have no idea how you would even do that, but it's pretty amazing. And then whoever renovated it in the past put the heat runs inside the tube. Well, the animals were getting, even before we took down the old awning, you can see space around the I-beams and some spaces, and animals were getting in there. And then they eventually managed to get entrance into the building, and that's when we had to take action. So now that we've had a chance to examine it closer, it's actually going to be pretty easy. There's 2 rows of different colored brick, as you can see, and those are actually sitting inside a steel C-channel beam, which is floating on top of a piece of wood. So we're going to remove that because it's not structural and it's not attached to anything. It's odd. We're going to cut back the beams so they're behind the old brick, behind the level of the old brick. And then if you look underneath the old brick, you see what looks like wood. And yes, it is wood. And behind this rusted out, what used to be powder coated sheet metal, and also this sheet metal, is just wood of all different sizes and shapes. And some of it is apparently from crates because it has writing on it. There was something about tomatoes on one of the pieces we saw. And so they just, they filled in the gaps. So what we're going to do, if we go back to the first page, what we'd like to do, this is a product called LP Smart Side. It is, it's basically like a 3/8 inch OSB board, but it's engineered to be water, I don't want to say waterproof, nothing is waterproof. It's highly water resistant. It's strong against impacts, bugs, all of that stuff. And what we're going to do is, if you look at the third picture, and this is where my digital manipulation skills really came into play. When we take that metal siding off and we take those bricks out, we have an inset, and we can shim out the wood so it's 3/8 behind the old brick, and we will inset the LP Smart Siding so it is flush with the old brick. And that way, when the canopy is, the new canopy is attached, it's flush, and when you look up, you don't see anything odd or untoward, and no bumps or ruffles. The Smart Side is actually a little browner and less gray than what it's showing here. It comes pre-primed, otherwise you can't really paint it because it's very difficult to paint stuff that's treated. If we get it up there and it doesn't look as good as we'd like, then we'll paint it to match the predominant color of the bricks so that it just doesn't catch your eye. And then if you turn to the fourth page, this is the design that we, at the last time I was here, I was proposing a much different design, and you guys didn't like the design, and I'm really thankful that you didn't, because it would have looked really bad. I was taking advice from someone that I probably shouldn't have, but we're all good now. And I came up with the money, and I got a grant from the Downtown Development Association, so they're paying for half, so I'm able to do the really nice, whatever you call it,
The awning?
thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. If you notice, one side is longer than the other because nothing on my building is centered or square. So it's like 362 inches on one side, 394 inches on the other side, and then the center actually comes out a little bit, but not far enough where it needs anything onto the ground. If you look, it's kind of dim in my picture, but they have to mount it fairly high up. So it'll be about halfway on the smart side that will inset over the old brick and about halfway on the old, or the existing brick. They have to set it that high because the sign, which is on the last page, has to be 8 feet from the concrete. And so they did all their mathematical calculations there and came up with that. So we know the bottom of the awning will be almost exactly 1 foot from the top of the window frame, not the flashing that's there, but from the top of the metal window frame. The awning is aluminum construction. On the upper left-hand side, you see it comes out 5 feet. It's only 3 feet tall, so it's fairly narrow. It's a sun, they call it sunbrella fabric. You can see the fabric there. It's 2 different shades, and we'll use the blue, the lighter blue shade there to repaint the purple window trim so that it all matches. We have a Sherwin-Williams 1-part epoxy, a new product that we're using that is made for anodized and powder coated metal. We're actually using it in the where the cafe is going to be treating the walls in the food prep area instead of having to put up metal there. So it's a neat project. We're on the cutting edge. It's brand new. So I guess what I'm coming to you today for is to get your approval of the awning and the sign and to answer any questions that you may have.
I have a question about this, the awning part. That's the sign, okay? Not the sign itself. The sign is separate, but the awning, is this integral to the awning that's going the whole way, or is it going to come in a different piece?
No, it's a separate, it's 3 pieces. It's left side, right side, and center.
Okay.
Yeah. They have to construct the center differently. It doesn't come out very far because they were very concerned about, they didn't want to have to do guy wires and they didn't want to have to do anything down to the ground.
Sure.
So,
I'm asking, it's really probably just a wee bit over what's probably perfectly right for a building of that age and that vintage and stuff, but the fact that you've actually have it as a separate piece gives you the ability at some point to modify that.
okay,
Without damaging what actually looks like a really nice awning, okay?
yeah,
And also if you would change the name, that gives you the option of trading that out, so.
okay.
So anyway, just an observation. The rest of it, I don't have any questions about.
I do.
Okay.
So you're going to repaint the aluminum and glass windows, correct? Is that what you said?
We're not repainting any glass. The
The aluminum and frame,
yes, the aluminum frames and the panels that are above the windows.
yes?
The windows used to be larger. They were replaced at some point. Those are metal panels.
Okay.
And then they have like a vinyl sticker on them.
What are you going to do with that?
The vinyl sticker we're going to paint, I don't know what color yet, but the plan was to have a graphic from each vendor.
I see.
So they'll be in addition to being on the signs, each one of I have more spots than I have vendors, but I'm sure we can find something in there. But just trying to get the vendors, making sure that when you're walking down the street, you know that that's not one shop.
Yeah.
That it's
So the
10.
galvanized entry system, will you be painting that?
No, I don't think so. That's bare metal and it's in pretty good shape. We did, we've got to do some work with the weather stripping, but that's relatively recent, as long as we don't break any glass or anything. Yeah.
Going to paint the transom window? Is that what you're saying?
It's a metal plate that they put, there's an actual,
Not a window.
correct. There's a taller window, it's about a 6-foot window, and then it used to be like an 8-foot window, but when they redid it, they put another pane in there, and it's a metal, I thought they were glass, and so, you know, a couple weeks into owning it, I'm out there with my little scraper going, yeah, let's lighten this up, and found out quite quickly that it was a metal plate with some really well adhered vinyl on there, and I scratched it all up, and it's too bad, because it would be nice to have those upper windows. It'd be
Sure.
more light, but probably done for, since I guesstimating based on the manufacturer of the aluminum, talking to them on the phone, I'm guesstimating it was mid-70s sometime, so it was probably thinking about energy efficiency.
So you're gonna paint those blue?
Yeah, we're gonna match there's a darker blue and then there's a lighter blue in the stripes on the awning. We're gonna use the lighter blue, because that's pretty close to the color that we're doing inside above we have 4 foot of weathered gray shiplap in all the hallways that we've beaten with chains to make it look old, and then stained it gray, but pickled it. And so we're going for a very, a nautical theme. I'm already accumulating stuffed fish for the upper part of the walls.
And is that the same color as then the windows?
Yes,
Okay, got
Yeah.
it. Okay, so it,
Yeah.
So the windows are gonna be the light blue?
correct, yes. And almost, in my printout, it almost looks green, but it's not. Maybe you have a better printout than I do. I did these really quickly when I realized that I hadn't mailed Teresa the photographs in time, and I wanted to have a good representation.
What red doors?
it will complement the front doors.
Oh, front doors, okay.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, the front doors are they're odd. The building originally did not have a centered front door. It had 2 sets of front doors spaced out. And when the windows were done, they did this. But then if you notice, there's a support pole right in the center.
Right.
So they did 2 separate 36-inch doors. And then when you walk in the vestibule, then you've got double doors. So it's a kind of a traffic funnel to get through there. But that center column, we're probably going to wrap in rope just to make it look more attractive and fit the nautical theme. I'll have to find some dog pee resistant rope, because they like to, we put water out for the dogs when it's warm, and they like to, that's their pole. That was the first thing my dogs did. The first time I brought them to the building, they ran right to that pole. I wasn't even thinking about it. I'm like, great. Maybe I should put up a little hydrant or something.
Does anybody else have any more questions?
We're almost done. Probably the 3rd week of June, we'll have everything open. We've passed all our major inspections. We're just down to sanding drywall, which is always fun, and painting. And we have 4,000 square feet of flooring to install. But other than that, we're done.
Go ahead.
Oh, I just have one question.
Yes, sir.
Your River Street Marketplace sign, there's just a little picture of it. Is that your current,
No, those are not my current shops. I don't know where they pulled those from. Salt City CPA is the only one that's still there. The other ones I don't know anything about. They weren't there when I bought the building in October of '23, so. No, out of the 10 stores, I have 8 leased, and I have 1 handshake deal, but she hasn't paid the deposit yet, so I can't really claim that number 9 is leased. But I think it'll be good. We've got a very nice variety. Got some nice things coming in. And everyone seems to be excited about the cafe, so we've got some neat things planned for that. Part of it'll be a bar across the front windows that people will be sitting at with, like the little USB ports in the surface, so people can be on their laptop. Already set up Wi-Fi in there, so it'll be a neat thing.
Would anybody like to make a motion?
I move that we accept the application for certificate of appropriateness as presented.
Do you need support? So Lee made a motion to accept the certificate of appropriateness as presented, and Scott Lorraine supported it. Kaylin, will you please take roll?
Commissioner LaFave,
Yes.
Commissioner Lorraine,
Yes.
Commissioner Kriskowitz,
Yes.
Commissioner Trucks,
Yes.
Vice Chair Quinn,
Yes.
Chair Kenny.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
For working through all
Looking
of this.
forward to it.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
That's right.
So I come see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Because I have the certificate of appropriateness on that, so I don't have
And I can
the
do
minutes of
that
that.
next time.
I didn't even know that until Madeline called and said, send me a copy of it.
Right, yeah, we can do that for you tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow I'll have
Specific
it.
time.
She, only until noon she is here. I'm off tomorrow, but
Okay.
yep, she'll be here, so I'll make sure that she's got it tomorrow morning for you.
Thank you.
Yep, we're 8 to noon. Yep, 8 to noon, sounds good. Thank you.
Moving on to public comment. At this time, the chair will ask if there are any public comments. Hearing none. At this time, the chair will ask if any correspondence has been received to be read into the record.
None at this time.
Thank you. And we're at reports. Museum director is not with us today, so we'll go to the planning and zoning administrator.
Okay, first, I want to pass out here the invitations. Would I have them? Oh, here they are. An invitation. It's a little hard to read, so I'm going to read it out loud once I give it to all of you.
Holy smokes.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Nestled among the grand Victorian homes of Manistee stands a modest residence at 99 Pine Street. Purchased in the 1930s for only $550 by Ray and Anna Mae Smith, who relocated from Georgia. It became the first home in the city owned by an African American family. For many years, the Smiths were the only black family in Manistee. While not officially listed in the Green Book, the Ray Smith House developed a reputation as a reliable haven for black travelers and anyone in need of support, regardless of background. One Edith Wilson, 1896 to 1981, known for her role as Aunt Jemima, visited Manistee in 1956 to appear at the Manistee Forest Festival. She stayed with the Smiths after being declined accommodation at the Chippewa Hotel. The home also welcomed figures such as Olympic athlete Jesse Owens in 1962. The Smiths and their 9 children were recognized as the National Urban League Family of the Year. In 2014, Manistee Mayor Colleen Kenny proclaimed August 2nd as Raymond and Ann Mae Smith Legacy Day to honor their enduring contributions to the community. Despite the importance of site tied to the history of people of color, many remain unrecognized, inadequately documented, or at risk of being lost. In fall of 2021, Eastern Michigan University James H. Brickley Endowment for Faculty Professional Development and Innovation awarded a grant to support the preservation of the documents, photographs, and correspondence at 99 Pine Street. The goal is to ensure the home's legacy endures for generations. The official recognition of 99 Pine Street as designated Michigan Historical Site will be celebrated with the community event honoring Ann Mae and Raymond Smith, whose legacy as pioneering homeowners and community members continues to inspire. The Smiths began their journey in Manistee as a live-in maid and butler, later moving into an apartment on River Street. In 1935, they purchased 99 Pine Street, becoming the city's first African-American homeowners. A commemorative, plaque from Michigan Historical Commission will be unveiled at the site, marking its significance for future generation. Their home remains at the base of 2 hills, a symbol of
Perseverance.
perseverance and progress in Manistee. So on June 21st, 2025, which is a Saturday, at 1:00 p.m., we are hosting a Ramsdale in the Hardy Hall, kind of a quick 45-minute speech, meet the family, ribbon cutting ceremony. Then at 1:00, the program, 1:45, we will walk down to the house and do a ribbon cutting ceremony. All of you are invited. They're going to have somebody from the state office be a representative and speak. We've got a few family members, a short video. The city has donated the Ramsdale for that time, for it to be opened and to host that. You have people who are maybe disabled, need help, sitting, those types of things. They also thought about the weather. We'd like it to be at the Ramsdale. So we'll do that. Yeah, just very, very exciting. I have had the pleasure and the great opportunity to meet with two of their daughters, Lois and Betty, and they are fantastic, wonderful people. I've gone to lunch with them. We've talked about their history, and so I'm really excited. As you can see in the other pictures, this thing is huge and just awesome. Yeah.
I'm glad they came before us and
Yes. Yep.
What daughter was that?
I'm so
Betty.
glad they were
She was
able to
81, wasn't she?
put this
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I think we've even got a great granddaughter coming from Kenya. You've got people coming from San Francisco. I mean, all over in their whole family that's coming to this event. So it's real exciting for them.
It's a good story. I'm glad you shared that with us. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Is the public invited to this?
For the ribbon cutting, there is a few other side things they're gonna do, like a tour of the inside, but not to everybody. But yes, the community. So if you know anybody, I'm gonna be sending out an email. Also, Carmen from the Chamber of Commerce is gonna be sending out a big invite to everybody too. But I knew we're having this meeting. I just got the invite yesterday, so I thought this was a great opportunity to let all of you know.
Thank you.
Yeah. The next thing I want to talk about is, I know I've been meaning to do this, the permit list. I've got to have that ready for you guys next week. Wait for somebody to get me. I'm jumping ahead, letting you know I know and I recognize it. It's just been very, very busy in our office, so a lot going on. Lastly, I do want to bring something to you. I'm going to pass some paperwork out. I would like just to get discussion. I'm not looking for a vote or anything else, but I'd like to start to discuss it. This is for the Bluefish. They gave me the information a day late, and then I went on vacation. Otherwise, I probably could have slipped it through and we sent it out. It just did not work. But we do have the information in front of us. Maybe discuss or just take a look, and that's it. So it's for new windows. So that is their application, and there's the windows. Application and windows.
New windows in the Bluefish building?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So I know she was looking at getting new windows in another building on River Street also.
Yeah, let me see that. I think it's the,
Is it?
I think it's the Mary Ann's building.
Oh.
Yes.
I gotta be able to remember. I try not to listen to half the stuff she says.
Maybe that's why I was so confused, because the application.
Yeah, because she
said
just bought Mary
382
Ann's and she's doing
River Street.
yeah,
Okay.
she's doing a whole process and it's more.
Yeah,
than a
this is for
process.
382.
Okay, so I misspoke, I apologize. So, let me see if I can pull this up so we can look at it.
Not Woonsocket.
Is there pictures inside? I didn't get a chance to look at it.
No.
No, okay.
There's a little walker person down at the bottom you can go to. To the right of that. Yeah, pull him up and then put it in front of the Bluefish.
Like,
Grab it
grab
and pull
them?
it. Grab it and pull it up to the Bluefish, which is,
No, she's not doing the Bluefish.
oh, she's not doing, oh, okay, never mind.
This is
Okay.
Mary Ann's building.
Got it.
Is,
And I don't know what that is. So you're not quite.
That's Tom's old truck, and that's Deb's Jeep
You're on the side
behind.
of the Vogue right now.
Yes.
Yeah, how do I?
Turn it around. There you go. Keep going around in circles.
There you go.
There we
Right
go.
there.
It's in front of, yeah.
Okay.
There you go. It's that one.
All right. See, need you guys to help me. Thank you. And it was 17 windows, I believe.
So right now they're simple double hungs. Are they the same height? Is the top window, the sash is, maybe it's the lower one? It's hard to tell from that.
And I don't think they are. I think it's like a cottage style double hung where one sash is larger than the other.
So that would
Lot
need
of that
to
is-
stay to be historically,
Well, I think these were all replacements at one time because didn't we look into this? There was actually, we got some information from the museum.
Yes.
And they did indicate that they had some mullions.
Mark sent me some historical pictures of the
Yeah.
building.
Yep.
okay, but these ones look like they are a 3/3, which wouldn't necessarily be appropriate either for an Italianate style house
Yeah,
or
well,
building.
we'll bring that picture in.
Yeah, and I noticed she wants to add muntins to the insulated
grills,
glass.
yeah.
Yeah, the grills. I'm
Yeah.
not sure that's,
It's true, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, is I don't think that
that's historically accurate.
well, she gave us this picture of a 3/3.
Yes.
Which would not be appropriate for an Italianate building ever. They wouldn't have made a 3/3, a 3/3, double sash, double hung, window in the 1870s or 80s when this building was built. That wouldn't.
You're our window expert.
Sorry, yeah, that's not,
We'll bring that picture in because we do have it.
Yeah,
And I don't remember offhand what it looked like,
my guess would be it was probably a 4/4.
probably.
Yeah, which would be
Yeah.
to do as a replacement. And if they're just grills going in, they probably have a 4x4 grill.
I'm sure they do.
I don't recall there were any grills
You don't think there was?
in the picture,
Really?
but we'll have to look at.
We'll look, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we don't wanna put in something that we imagine might have been there to make
Right.
it prettier. It either needs to be the simple double hung like it is now, or we need to have some actual photographic information about what it looked like.
Agreed.
And the photos do exist.
Okay, that would be cool to see. All right.
Okay, so could I just make a recommendation to her? Just that maybe get something ready for a double hung window? And if she's got any photos or,
Let her know that Mark at the museum has pictures of the building and what
Okay.
the original windows look
Yep.
like. And that will really give her a lot of help, direction on where to go with the
right.
replacement windows.
sounds good. Right,
Okay? Thanks. I'm
And
sure
that's-
she's wants to get moving on that.
right. And that's all that I had at this time.
Thank you, Teresa.
You're welcome.
It's time for budget discussion. Matt, do you have anything you'd like to share?
Yeah, I survived the first one.
It's not so bad, is it?
Not so bad.
No, it's fun. And I got told by Wes that he nominated me, so I gotta be on my best behavior.
Okay. Scott?
Everything's fine.
Everything's going well? You have a new
I'll have a new
wine?
yes.
wine store in your
downstairs.
building?
They opened about a week ago. I
Yep.
have a wine studio. I believe, don't quote me, I think Jana, the owner, saying something about like a grand opening, maybe this weekend, soon. Wanted to get the shakedown before summer starts, of course, but they seem to be very well dug in. And, I certainly, and I'm sure everyone wishes them all the best. They're out of Ludington originally, if you're not, Love Wine is the winemaker. And they they put a lot of love into it. I wish them the best besides my own personal interest in it. I think it would be a nice fit.
It's a beautiful building, and I'm sure they'll be a nice addition to downtown.
Well, that's the idea. I hope so. Come in and see my copper granite ceiling.
Oh, boy. Is that on the
That's-
retail store?
It's, yeah. So I didn't ask nobody's permission, I just did it.
Yeah.
It's on the interior.
Yeah, it's okay. Lee, would you like to say anything?
Well, I did stop into Scott's building and it looks real nice. Seems to be very nicely organized. The people seem to know what they're doing, you know. I was impressed with the whole thing. And the ceiling does is out there. Other than that, the only thing is I'm really sorry that I'm going to miss the reception for Ray and Anna Smith because I'm going to be out of state.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll probably miss the next meeting too. I don't think I'll be back in time for it.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for
But I'll
letting
be
us-
thinking of you.
Yes.
Angie?
A few things. One is apparently I have to go see a copper ceiling sometime very soon.
Yes, we all do.
Hammered copper ceiling, enamel hammered copper ceiling.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. I'm gonna try really hard to go to this, but my niece is getting married at 4 o'clock on Esh Beach, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do both, but I'll try. And then finally, it's still a year out, but I am the chairperson for next year's tour of homes. That is every other year fundraiser for the Lakeside Club, which generates funding for nonprofits all throughout Manistee County. So all of the funds raised will go to the people who need them in Manistee County. So if you have an interesting, cool old building that you would love to show off, maybe something people don't usually get to see, like an upper floor or a very nice hammered copper ceiling, or your own home, just let me know. I'm looking for people. So far we have, I think, 7 strong maybes. So for a year out, that's pretty good. So, but would like to start narrowing that down and getting for sure. So just let me know.
It's not just for historic homes though, right?
No, it's not just for historic homes. So it's a range of things, although oftentimes the driver of audiences from outside the area is they get to come into a few of the cool grand Victorian residences here. So yeah, I actually want to show off as much of all the cool things that I have found since I have moved here, including modern churches and copper ceilings and stuff. But anyway, so just let me know if you're interested. Yep.
Great, thanks. Anything else? No? Ed?
I'm all set.
Great. Thank you, everyone. At this time, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all. Thanks for coming.